What's up, guys? Curtsy28 and the crew here, and we have another updated 2024 electoral college prediction video. So I think the last one I did was a couple months ago, back in December, and I think at that point I had Trump winning the electoral college with 301 electoral votes. But it's been a few months. The primary season has started, and Biden and Trump are all but confirmed to be their party's nominees. The polling has shifted a little bit, and we've had some other events happen in the world, so we are going to make a change and make an updated prediction video for you guys. All right, so right off the bat on my channel, the way we do things around here is a safe state is a state that is won by 10 points or more. A likely state is a state that's won by over 5 points but less than 10 points. A lean state is won by less than 5 points but more than one. And then a tilt state is anything was won by 1 point or less. All right, so as for every prediction video, we can go ahead and characterize all the safe states that we already know how they're going to vote. They're going to vote this way no matter who the candidate is, no matter what the circumstances are, because this is just what they do. I mean, Maryland, California, Oregon, places like this, we could throw in a potato as the candidate for the Democrats, and the potato would win. Let's see. Am I missing anything for safe Democrats? Maybe Maine's 1st district. But I think that's it for safe Democrat states. So right off the bat, Biden is going to start with 191. Those are his safe states. Now let's see what Trump's safe states are. So, of course, all these Western Plains states, all of Nebraska except the 2nd Congressional District, Kansas, Oklahoma, Alaska, of course, all of these Bible Belt states, excluding Georgia, the Appalachian area, Indiana. This might be controversial, but I don't care. This is my channel. I can do it however I want. I'm predicting Trump will win Iowa this time around by a solid 10 points. He won it 2016 and 2020 by 8. So I could see him definitely expanding his margins there. Iowa is continuously moving to the right, so we're going to go ahead and characterize that as a safe state. And then Utah, that might be it for safe states. I guess we could say, that's not what I wanted to do. Maine's 2nd Congressional District. Okay. So now that puts us at 191 to 148. Trump with 148, Biden with 191. So now we can get into the likely states, all right? So likely states for Biden: New Mexico. Bush won the state in 2004, and I think Trump got within 8 in 2016. Then it wasn't really that close in 2020. There's been some competitive House seats there. So, and the fact that there's going to be a lot of third-party candidates, I could see New Mexico maybe narrowing up to a likely margin, but I still think it's going to go Democrat. Minnesota. A lot of other channels I'm seeing are characterizing Minnesota as lean, but I don't really think that's going to be the case. It really shifted away from the Republicans in 2020 and in 2022, and it didn't even vote for Reagan in 1984. So this is probably one of the bluest states in the nation. Yeah, I got close in 2016, but that was kind of an outlier year because people hated Hillary so much. And then Virginia. We saw this in the 2022 midterms where the Democrats swept the legislature and they were predicted to actually win it. The Republicans were predicted to win it, and they didn't. So Virginia is getting bluer and bluer each election cycle. Biden won this, I think, by double digits last time. So there's no reason for me to believe that it won't be a likely margin this time around. So then we move on to the Republican likely states. So Texas. Trump won Texas in 2016 by about 9 points. Scaled that down in 2020 to about 5.6%, with trends in the state such as Hispanic vote moving more conservative. I could definitely see, and the fact that Biden's so unpopular, and the border crisis, all of those things combined, I think Texas is going to move to the right from where it was in 2020, putting it at around 9 or 10 points. But just to be safe, we're going to say probably 8 or 9 for this video and characterize it as likely. Additionally, Florida, Trump won the state in 2020 by 3 points. And at that point in time, that was huge because Florida has always been decided like by less than 1% in every presidential election. So for him to win it by 3 points, that was a big thing. And then DeSantis won it in the 2022 midterm election, his governor reelection. He won it by 20 points. So Florida is definitely going to be in the likely column. Could see it being 6 or 7, maybe even 8 points, but we'll see. Next, we have Ohio, and of course, that's not what I wanted to do. Ohio, Trump won this in 2016 and 2020 by about 8 points. The reason why I don't characterize it as safe along with Iowa is it's just got couple too many big cities. So I think that's still going to be a problem in the state, but nevertheless, I think it'll be probably around the 2020 margin of about 8 points. And then we can get into the Democrat likely, or lean states, my bad. Jeez, I'm all over the place. So the first one is going to be New Hampshire. Trump, this was the second closest state in the 2016 presidential election behind Michigan. Trump was real close to picking it off. The last time a Republican won it was 2000, or it might have been 2000. Yeah, it was 2000. And I think Bush was the first Republican president to win re-election without New Hampshire. And then I think Trump was the first Republican to ever be elected without winning New Hampshire. So it's becoming more and more irrelevant. But with how unpopular Biden is, I could definitely see it getting closer than it was in 2020, but not necessarily close enough to flip. Again, Nebraska's second congressional district. Even though the map was redrawn in favor of Republicans, I don't think it was enough to flip the district. Biden won it with about 7 points last time around. So, maybe it could be around 2 or 3 points this time. I don't know. There's very few scenarios where that one congressional district even matters anyways. And I think that's it for our lean states. So now we can get into our tilt states, and these are going to be the states that are going to decide the election. So right off the bat, Georgia. If we take a look at I guess I would want to talk about this first. So this is the national polling right now. And you guys know the Republicans have not won the national popular vote since 2004. And Biden won the national popular vote in 2020 by 4.5 points. And that translated to an electoral college victory of only 43,000 votes across 3 swing states. So the Democrats have to win the popular vote by about 4.5 percentage points to win the electoral college. So if Trump's up 1.9 nationally, that's going to be an electoral college blowout. But, things could change, and we don't know what's going to happen between now and election day. But let's look at some of these swing. So these are the swing states characterized by RCP. And if we take a look at Georgia, this is one of his best out of the swing states, right behind North Carolina. And my bad, you guys. I actually characterized North Carolina as safe. I meant to characterize it as lean, but Trump is up in Georgia really big right now, up by 7 points. I don't think he's going to win by 7, but it just shows you the energy and the trends in the state. So I could see Trump winning it by 1 to 2 points. Then if we want to come back up to the Rust Belt, one of the states I think Biden is going to hold, as of right now, is Pennsylvania. He won this by, I think, about a point, 1.2% or something like that in 2020. And of all the swing states right now, this is the one where he's actually leading in the polling. Biden is. So, and the Democrats had success there in the 2022 midterms. They just elected a Democrat for the state Supreme Court in the fall of 23. So everything is suggesting that Pennsylvania is headed leftward. So I'm going to go ahead and characterize that for Biden. And then I guess I missed Maine at large. That would be a Democrat, likely Democrat. So then we can get back into some of these Republican states. So this might be a controversial pick, but Michigan, I think Trump is going to win by 1 to 2 points. If we take a look at the polling, again, this is another state where he's doing really good in the polling. And I see a lot of people and a lot of other political YouTubers scratching their head by this. And they can't figure out why Trump is winning in the polls by this much when historically, of the 3 Rust Belt states, Michigan has been the bluest. Well, it's real simple, guys. The Israel-Palestine conflict is what is costing Biden this state. Michigan has the highest Arab American population in the country, and they've turned on him. They're not going to come out to vote for him. So Trump is going to win the state easily, I think. So we'll characterize it by maybe 2 to 3 points. So now we have 3 states left: Wisconsin, Arizona, and Nevada. Let's take a look at the polling in Wisconsin. It's razor thin right now, but Trump does have a slight lead. We just elected a Republican senator in 2022, but they also elected a Democratic governor. So it's going to be really close either way, but right now I have Wisconsin going red by less than 1%, maybe like 0.3%. It's going to be real close. It's going to be a nail biter. So then we head out west and we have Arizona and Nevada. Now, Nevada is really interesting because Nevada was really close in 2016, and then in 2020, it was one of the few states in the country that actually voted more Republican, and all the polls suggest that Trump is favored to win there. They just elected a Republican governor in 2022, and the Senate race was less than 1%. It was the closest Senate race in the nation. So with all of these trends and Hispanic Americans trending rightward, I am predicting that this is going to be the election cycle where Republicans flip Nevada. I assume it'll be probably less than 1%, but either way, I think Trump will win Nevada. And then our last state is Arizona. Again, the trends are just going in the Republican direction. Biden is unpopular all over the country, but he's even more so in these individual battleground states. And the fact that Biden only won the state last time by 0.3%, and that was when he was at 52% approval rating. Fast forward to today, he's at 33. That drop in approval is more than enough to swing the state by 0.3%. So with that said, I think Trump will probably win Arizona by about a point. So last time around, I had Trump with 301. Now we have Trump at 293, Biden 245. So this is where my political prediction stands as of today, as of February 9th, 2024. So I hope you guys enjoyed the prediction. Let me know down in the comments below what you guys think of my prediction. And I'll have another update for you guys when we have a change in polling or any other kind of update. So stay tuned and I'll see you guys all next time.